the untold story of love and pain between Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei that went viral overnight. One ordinary evening, social media suddenly exploded. A short video clip appeared online. It lasted only a few seconds. There were no confessions, no romantic music, and no dramatic dialogue. Yet within minutes, millions of fans were watching it repeatedly. In the clip, Zhang Linghe turned toward Tian Xiwei during an event. She seemed to be laughing at something someone had said. He looked at her for only a brief moment, but fans claimed his expression changed completely. Some believed there was warmth in his eyes. Others said it looked like admiration. A few even called it heartbreak. Then came the screenshots. People zoomed in on their facial expressions. Fan pages began creating slow-motion edits. Hashtags appeared everywhere. Within hours, countless discussions were taking place across social media. How could a glance lasting only seconds create such a massive storm? The answer lies in the strange and fascinating story of Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei. Both stars have built impressive careers in China's entertainment industry. Zhang Linghe became known for his elegant appearance, calm personality, and ability to portray deeply emotional characters. Tian Xiwei captured audiences with her vibrant energy, natural charm, and infectious smile. Individually, they had enormous fan bases. Together, they became something else entirely. Whenever they appeared in the same frame, viewers seemed unable to look away. Fans noticed everything: the way they smiled during interviews, the moments when they accidentally looked at each other, the comfortable atmosphere that seemed to exist between them. Every interaction became a topic of discussion. As their popularity grew, so did curiosity. People wanted to know more. Were they simply colleagues? Were they close friends? Or was there an untold story hidden behind their smiles? Nobody had answers. And perhaps that mystery was exactly why the internet became obsessed. One of the reasons people were captivated by the pair was the contrast between their personalities. Zhang Linghe often appeared composed and reserved. He spoke carefully and rarely revealed too much about his private emotions. Tian Xiwei, meanwhile, seemed like sunshine in human form. She laughed easily and brought energy into every room she entered. Together, they looked like opposite sides of the same story. Fans began creating endless theories. Some imagined a quiet, thoughtful man falling for an energetic woman who changed his world. Others imagined two stars supporting each other through the pressures of fame. These ideas spread rapidly. Soon, fan-made videos featuring emotional music and carefully edited moments started receiving millions of views. Then came the painful side of the story. With popularity came expectations. Every interaction was examined. Every expression was interpreted. If they smiled at each other, rumors intensified. If they did not interact publicly for a while, fans wondered if something had happened between them. The pressure became enormous. Being celebrities often means existing under a microscope. Even the smallest gesture can become a headline. Imagine smiling at someone and finding millions of people discussing it the next day. Imagine remaining silent and having that silence analyzed from every possible angle. This is the reality many stars experience. And in the case of Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei, public fascination seemed to grow stronger with every passing month. Then another viral moment happened. At an event, cameras happened to capture Tian Xiwei looking toward the stage while Zhang Linghe was speaking. The clip was brief. Again, social media exploded. People debated her expression. Was she proud? Was she emotional? Was she simply paying attention? Nobody knew. But millions of people watched the video repeatedly, searching for answers hidden inside a few seconds of footage. The internet had transformed ordinary moments into mysteries. What made the situation even more intriguing was that neither star openly encouraged the speculation. They continued focusing on their work. They attended events. They gave interviews. They pursued their individual projects. Yet the discussions never disappeared. If anything, the mystery made people even more interested. Human beings are naturally drawn to stories that remain unfinished. We love unanswered questions. We become fascinated by possibilities. And perhaps that is why the story of Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei spread so quickly. People were not simply watching two celebrities. They were watching a mystery, a possibility, a story with no confirmed ending. As the discussions continued online, fan communities grew larger. Some people created lengthy analyses of interviews. Others compiled videos containing every interaction between the two stars. Some fans even described the pair as representing a modern fairy tale. But fairy tales often contain pain. And this story was no exception. There was the pain of uncertainty, the pain of not knowing what was real, the pain of watching rumors become so widespread that they sometimes overshadowed the achievements of the individuals involved. For celebrities, public fascination can be both beautiful and exhausting. Love from fans is powerful. Support can inspire. But overwhelming attention can also create pressure. Every movement begins carrying extra meaning. Every public appearance becomes an event. Every smile becomes a possible headline. Behind the glamorous photographs and viral clips are real people with real emotions. That reality often gets forgotten. People sometimes become so invested in a story that they forget the human beings at its center. Perhaps that is the hidden pain behind the viral fascination surrounding Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei. The world wanted answers. The internet wanted certainty. But life is rarely that simple. Sometimes people share wonderful chemistry because they genuinely enjoy working together. Sometimes friendships are mistaken for romance. Sometimes mysterious moments remain exactly what they are, moments. And sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones that leave room for imagination. Months passed, yet the discussions continued. Every new appearance reignited curiosity. Every photograph generated thousands of comments. Even people who knew little about either star eventually heard their names because of the endless conversations happening online. It was remarkable. A few glances, a few smiles, a few brief interactions. That was all it took to create one of the internet's most talked about celebrity stories. Perhaps the true reason it went viral overnight has less to do with romance and more to do with hope. People love seeing connections. They love kindness. They love chemistry. They love stories that make them believe special relationships can exist in a complicated world. Whether fans were seeing friendship, admiration, or something more, the emotional response was genuine. The story touched people because it allowed them to imagine. And imagination is incredibly powerful. The untold story of love and pain between Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei may never have a definitive answer. There may never be a dramatic confession. There may never be an official explanation for every viral clip. The mystery itself may remain forever. Yet perhaps that uncertainty is exactly why the story continues to live online. Because sometimes the stories that stay with us the longest are not the ones with clear endings. They're the ones filled with questions. The ones that invite us to wonder. The ones that make millions of people stop scrolling, replay a few seconds of video, and ask the same question. What if there was something extraordinary hidden inside those fleeting moments after all? And perhaps the most astonishing part of this viral phenomenon is that the story refuses to fade away. Long after the hashtag stopped trending and the clips became older, fans continued returning to those moments as though they were pieces of an unfinished puzzle. Every new project announcement sparked fresh conversations. Every public appearance created another wave of speculation. Even when Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei were attending completely unrelated events, comment sections somehow found a way to bring their names together again. It was as if the internet had decided that their story was too captivating to let go. Then came another unforgettable moment. At an award ceremony, cameras briefly captured both stars in the same venue. They were surrounded by countless celebrities, flashing cameras, and reporters calling out questions from every direction. Yet fans noticed something unexpected. For a brief second, both appeared serious and thoughtful. There was no laughter, no playful interaction. Just two individuals standing beneath bright lights while carrying the invisible weight of enormous public attention. The screenshots spread everywhere. This time, the conversations became different. Instead of discussing romance, many people suddenly began talking about pressure. They wondered what it must feel like to have millions of strangers creating stories about your every expression. They wondered whether the constant attention ever became overwhelming. For perhaps the first time, the viral discussions shifted from fantasy to empathy. People started seeing not just celebrities but human beings. Behind every red carpet appearance are long hours of preparation, demanding schedules, and the responsibility of constantly being watched. Behind every smile is someone trying to balance a career, personal feelings, and public expectations. That realization gave the story an entirely new dimension. Maybe the real love story wasn't about romance at all. Maybe it was about the connection between artists and the audiences who become emotionally invested in them. And maybe the pain came from the fact that public fascination can sometimes become so intense that ordinary moments are no longer allowed to remain ordinary. Even so, the mystery endures. Some fans still believe there was something special hidden within those fleeting glances and comfortable smiles. Others simply appreciate the undeniable chemistry and respect between two talented stars. But everyone seems to agree on one thing. The story of Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei became much bigger than a few viral videos. It became a reminder that sometimes the most unforgettable stories are the ones written not by confirmed facts, but by emotions, curiosity, and the endless possibilities that exist inside the human imagination.